Dear TV viewers, you are watching a live broadcast from the President of the Republic of Armenia's official residence at 26 Bagramyan Avenue. A private meeting between the President, Serge Sargsyan, and the Holy Bishop of Rome, Pope Francis I, is about to end. About half an hour ago, the President of the Republic of Armenia, Serge Sargsyan, personally welcomed the Holy Father and accompanied him to the Gilded Chamber at the Presidential Palace, where the private meeting took place. It is in this chamber that the President of Armenia usually holds bilateral meetings with foreign heads of state. The President of the Republic also receives special spiritual leaders here. In this case, Pope Francis is not only the chief pastor of the Catholic Church, but also head of the State of the Vatican. The Presidential Palace was designed in 1951 at the premise for the Council of Ministers of the Armenian Soviet Republic. Later, it was serving as the building of the Presidium of the Supreme Council of Armenia. The building was designed by the distinguished Armenian architect Mark Grigorian. The edifice, designed in 1951, was a two-story building, which later underwent reconstruction. The first floor is designed as a reception area with individual halls. The building was reconstructed in 1987, while in 2009 to 2010, a new adjacent administrative unit was built. The outer walls of the building are made from yellow tuff since the establishment of the Third Armenian Republic in 1992. The building is serving as the Presidential Palace. By decision of the government of Armenia, in 2004, the building located at 26 Bagramyan Avenue was included in the State Register of Historical and Cultural Immobile Monuments of Yerevan as a national monument.
Երախտապարտ ձեզ մեր հրավերը ընդունելու եւ առաջին քրիստոնյա երկիր այցելելու համար։
Vi siamo molto grati per aver accettato il nostro invito e per aver accettato di visitare.
And now the meeting of the Holy Bishop of Rome with representative Armenian authorities are taking place. Your Holiness, Eminences, dear guests, what a special day the Lord has made for us. It is an immense honor for our people and me personally to welcome the leader of the Catholic world, His Holiness Pope Francis, on Armenian soil, which was the first to adopt Christianity as a state religion and withstood sufferings through millennia for its Christian identity and values.
È venuto prima l'anno scorso in Vaticano e questo io dovevo venire per l'affetto, anche per rivolgere un po' il mio affetto della visita.
Մենք շատ ուրախ ենք, որ հաջորդ տարի նշելու ենք Հայաստան-Վատիկան դիվանագիտական հարաբերությունների 25-ամյակը եւ հաստատելու ենք, որ այս 25 տարիների ընթացքում շատ մեծ համագոնե պատմական իրադարձություններ են եղել։
And now the Pope and the President exchange warm welcomes and gratitude they feel towards each other.
Importante. 25 anni.
Այո, եւ այդ ընթացքում իրոք մեծ պատմական իրադարձություններ են եղել։ Ես նկատի ունեմ նորին Սրբություն Հովհաննես Պողոս Պապի այցելությունը։ Ես նկատի ունեմ Հայաստանի առաջին եպիսկոպոսապետ Գրիգոր Լուսավորչի արձանի տեղադրումը Սուրբ Պետրոսի տաճարի արտաքին որմնախորշում եւ հրապարակի անվանումը։ Ես անշուշտ նկատի ունեմ հայոց ցեղասպանության 100-րդ տարելիցին նվիրված եւ ձեր կողմից մատուցած պատարագը եւ իհարկե մեզ համար չափազանց մեծ նշանակություն ունի մեր լուսավոր, մեր ազգի լուսավոր զավակներից մեկի Գրիգոր Նարեկացուն տիեզերական վարդապետի կոչում շնորհելը։
Sono 25 anni, sembrano anche pochi, però pieni di importanti avvenimenti che legano le nostre due realtà. Non posso non ricordare la visita di Giovanni Paolo II.
As we wait for the President of the Republic of Armenia to give his speech, within the Grand Chamber of the Presidential Palace, let me explain some other facts. This chamber hosts official and gala receptions, as well as state and official dinners on behalf of the President, as well as award ceremonies. This ceremony is preceded by a reciprocal introduction of official delegations of the two states. Stamps issued by High Post, the Armenian Postal Service, on the occasion of the Pope's visit to Armenia were cancelled a few months ago.
Buonasera.
tárgyalni teszarának, ilyen születésnál teszarának. The issues, the Pope Francis, against the background of St. Peter's Cathedral in Vatican and Holy Kashmir. Now I have the privilege to invite His Eminence, Cardinal Paoli and Cristian, Chief of Staff of the President, to start the official cancellation procedure. Aș partire arról Cardinal Paolini, illetve a Romidésznek számítani,
On the 24th of June, 2016, the High Post Closed Joint Stock Company puts into circulation a souvenir sheet with 1 stamp and 4 postage stamps, designed into a mini-sheet in the form of a cross, dedicated to the visit of His Holiness Pope Francis to Armenia. The souvenir sheet with 1 stamp depicts Pope Francis against the backgrounds of the Mother See of Holy HMiatzin and St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, as well as the logo dedicated to the visit of Pope Francis to Armenia and the coat of arms of Pope Francis. The format of 4 stamps designed into a form of a cross has been selected by High Post Trust Management, a company that belongs to Mr. Eduardo Yurnekian, an Argentinian-Armenian businessman, and has a symbolic meaning for the visit of Pope Francis to the first Christian nation. The 4 stamps depict Pope Francis against the background of a statue of Saint Gregory the Illuminator, donated to the Vatican by Armenia, a monument dedicated to the theme Armenia, the first Christian country. The inner parts of the main cathedral of the Mother See of Holy HMiatzin and St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. The souvenir sheet has an inscription, Pope Francis, Armenia, 24th through the 26th, June 2016, as well as Visit to the First Christian Country, which is the official motto of this event. The Central Bank of Armenia has minted a commemorative coin dedicated to the Pope's visit. It depicts the official logo and the motto of the Holy Father's visit to Armenia, the visit to the first Christian nation. Already widely discussed internationally, it was indeed very touching when the Holy Father described his visit to Armenia as a pilgrimage. It underscores a unique role and mission of Armenia and the Armenian nation in the Christian world.
Buonasera. la prima, quella che generalmente viene considerata come il primo genocidio del XX secolo. Essa ha colpito il vostro popolo armeno, prima nazione cristiana, insieme ai siri cattolici, ortodossi, agli assiri, ai caldei, ai greci.
Now, the President of the Republic of Armenia, Serge Sargsyan, and the Holy Bishop of Rome, Pope Francis I, enter the chamber. The anthems of the Republic of Armenia and the Holy See of the Vatican will be performed.
Շատ հատկանշական է, որ այս արձանը պատրաստել է Հայաստանի դուրս ապրող շատ մի տաղանդավոր կանետակով տարիք երևանցի, որ աշխատում են Փարիզում։ եւ իր պատկերացմամբ աստվածային հրեշտակն է։ Եվ այստեղ Գրիգոր Նարեկացու ամենահայտնի ստեղծագործությունն է Եվ ես մի երազանք ես կցանկանայի ձևատնությունը այսպիսի մի արձոն դարձարվելնեց, որ տեղադրել լավիքանում։ Բազմաթիվ բարարարներ ցանկություն են հայտնել այդ ամբողջ սոթան։ Ավելի հեշտ։ Շատ շնորհակալ։ Ես ուզում եմ դա հետ ձեզ ցույց տալ հուշամեդալը, որ պատրաստված է մեր կենտրոնական բանկի կողմից ձեր այցի կապակցությամբ։ Ու նաև
Now, the president shows the coin, which the Central Bank of Armenia minted, which is a commemorative coin dedicated to the Pope's visit. It depicts the official logo and the motto of the Holy Father's visit to Armenia, the visit to the first Christian nation. Already widely discussed internationally, it was indeed very touching when the Holy Father described his visit to Armenia as a pilgrimage. It underscores a unique role and mission of Armenia and the Armenian nation in the Christian world.
Եվ վրան կրված է Սրբազան քահանայրին այցելությունը Հայաստան, կոնստիտուցիոնալ դեպատականություն։ Սրբազան քահանայրի սենքանով ըմբլեմա էպիստոլար եւ այս մեդալը կոպը Եվ Սրբազան քահանայրի վերջին շրջափերականը Ընտանիքի մասին վերջին շրջափերականների Սրբազան քահանայրի
Շատ շնորհակալ եմ, անպայման կթարգմանես։
Now the President of the Republic of Armenia, Serge Sargsyan, and the Holy Bishop of Rome, Pope Francis I, enter the chamber. The anthems of the Republic of Armenia and the Holy See of the Vatican will be performed.
Ձեր այդ սրբություն, սրբազան հայրեր, հարգելի ներկաներ,
Your Holiness, Eminences,
այսօր
dear
Աստվածն
guests,
ես յուրահատուկ
what a special day the Lord has made for us.
մեր ժողովրդի եւ անձամբ ինձ համար
It is an immense honor for our people and me personally to welcome the leader of the Catholic world, His Holiness Pope Francis, on Armenian soil, which was the first to adopt Christianity as a state religion and withstood sufferings through millennia for its Christian identity and values. Your Holiness, your visit was long awaited in our country. With your dedication to humanitarian ideas and the universal values of love, peace, and kindness, and with your constant care for matters of concern to the Armenians. May you enjoy the great respect and admiration of the Armenian people. Thank you for gracing us all with this warm, historic moment. Thank you for bringing blessing, happiness, and peace to our nation with your presence, for filling our homes and hearts with warmth. approving the official motto of your visit as a visit to the first Christian nation, and characterizing the trip as a pilgrimage by Your Holiness, bears testament to the care Your Holiness has towards our country and our people. It equally attests to the unique bond between the Roman Catholic Church and the Armenian Apostolic Church. For this, we are thankful and grateful to you. Distinguished guests, 15 years ago, in 2001, the visit to Armenia of His Holiness Pope John Paul II was on the occasion of the 1700th anniversary of declaring Christianity as the state religion in our country. Today, this historic visit of Pope Francis signifies another key anniversary, the 25th anniversary of restoring independent Armenian statehood, a cherished celebration for every Armenian. Throughout the voyage of our millennia-long history, the Armenian people have faced many hardships, from genocide and foreign oppression to indifference of friends and denial. It faced but never lost the ability to believe in the ideals of humanity, tolerance, and solidarity. It never lost owing to the faith, the values, the peace-loving nature, and for the great humanists who extended a helping hand.
Ինչպես չհավատալ արդարության հաղթանակին, երբ անգամ 1915-ը
One cannot but believe in the triumph of justice when in 100 years, a time frame that divides 1915 from 2015, the message of justice is being conveyed to mankind from the heart of the Catholic world, heralding that the first of the mass atrocities having affected humanity, the Armenian genocide, is a historical fact and an undeniable reality.
Հայոց ցեղասպանության ճանաչման նոր ալիքը, որ հաջորդեց Ֆրանցիսկոս Պապի կողմից մատուցված պատարագին,
When notwithstanding all circumstances, falsification and denial start to shake in the face of historic justice. This was testified by the new wave of recognition of the Armenian genocide that followed the Mass celebrated by Pope Francis. We don't look for culprits. We don't spread accusations. We simply want things to be called by their names, as it will allow two neighboring peoples to move towards genuine reconciliation and a shared prosperous future by recognizing the past and embracing forgiveness and a clean conscience. Your Holiness, dear guests, the Armenian people's decision to declare Christianity as a state religion in 301 was indeed a key event in world history. However, it went beyond defining the destiny of the Armenian people. The Christian faith became the hallmark of the Armenian identity, predetermining our historical course and the values and culture that steered us to the 21st century, to the present, to this very day. Christianity is deeply rooted into the Armenian soil and Armenian souls. To remain faithful to Christianity, this is a key characteristic of the Armenian people. There is a reason why Armenian churches and crossstones can be found in many parts throughout the world. There is a reason why Saint Gregory of Narek, a great child of the Armenian people, was declared Doctor of the Universal Church, the highest title of the Catholic Church, joining the 36 greatest thinkers in Christianity.
բխում են նույնակոնք քրիստոնեական արժեհամակարգից։ Քրիստոնեությունը մեզ համար ոչ միայն դավանանք է,
It is an honor, a milestone in the appreciation of the nation, which reaffirmed the same source Christian value system underlying the bonds between Armenia and the Holy See. Christianity is more than a religion for us. It is a lifestyle, one that instilled in the Armenian people the desire to live in peace and the philosophy of overcoming difficulties, restraint, and dignity. The more Christian we became, the more we respected and appreciated the faith of others. The more tolerant and peace-loving we became, capable of coexisting peacefully with other peoples and taking even better care of the spiritual, cultural legacy of others on our land.
Հայաստանի Հանրապետության եւ Իրանի Իսլամական Հանրապետության համագործակցությունը
Examples of interreligious friendship are numerous. Cooperation between the Republic of Armenia and the Islamic Republic of Iran is a case in point. Or, in the Middle East, until the unfavorable developments of the recent past, the presence of peaceful and prosperous Armenian communities and their harmonious coexistence with their host nations and national and religious minorities. We are watching with great sorrow the practices of vandalism and xenophobia in the Middle East, the only aim of which is the deletion of historical memory from those areas through a cultural massacre. Your Holiness, as you rightly noted in your address on the 12th of April, the peoples of this complicated region of ours need peace, referring to the peoples that, in the past, despite their differences and pressure, enjoyed extensive periods of peaceful life and even helped one another in difficulties. Today, Armenia still aspires for peace. In any event, we prefer peaceful negotiation to shooting. We are ready for peaceful regional coexistence, as hard as the road to peace may be. It is perhaps because durable peace is based upon the idea of people's freedom and free expression of will. Your Holiness, peace is both God's gift and a human achievement. I agree completely. I believe in human achievements, in the ones who maintain peace at the price of their lives every second, in the ones that compel peace. I'm an optimist. I believe that humanity's dreams of freedom and peace, cherished for centuries, will become reality one day. Welcome to the first Christian nation.
Signor Presidente, distinte autorità,
Mr. President,
membri del corpo diplomatico,
statesmen,
signore e signori,
ladies and gentlemen,
è per me motivo di grande gioia poter essere qui, toccare il suolo di questa
it is a
terra
great joy
armena
for me to be here,
tanto cara,
to
fare
touch the
visita a
ground
un popolo
of my
dalle
beloved country,
antiche e
Armenia,
ricche tradizioni, che ha testimoniato
to visit people
con coraggio
with ancient
la sua
and
fede,
rich traditions,
che ha molto sofferto ma che è sempre tornato
who have
a
confirmed their
rinascere.
faith fearlessly, have suffered
Il
much,
nostro cielo
but revived
turchese
every
di
time.
acque chiare, il lago di luce, il sole d'estate e d'inverno, la fiera
I love the
avoria,
deep blue of the
la
sky,
pietra dei millenni,
luminous
i
lakes,
libri incisi con lo stilo
pure
divenuti
waters,
preghiera.
the summer sun and the
Sono queste
storms,
alcune immagini potenti
the
che
cherished
il
stone
vostro
of
illustre
thousand-year-old
poeta ci
cities
offre per
and
illuminarci
steel-lettered
sulla
books,
profondità
which have
della
become prayers
storia
for us.
e sulla bellezza della natura della
These
Armenia.
vivid images, presented to us by your great
Esse
poet,
racchiudono
show us
in
the depth of the
poche
history
espressioni
and the beautiful nature of
l'eco e la
Armenia.
densità dell'esperienza
Just a few words
gloriosa
contain the
e
echoes
drammatica
of the glorious
di
and
un
tragic
popolo
experience of the whole
e lo
nation
struggente amore
and his
per la
all-embracing
sua
love for the
patria.
motherland.
Le sono vivamente grato, signor Presidente, per le gentili espressioni di benvenuto che ella mi ha rivolto a nome del governo
I
e
want to
degli
express my
abitanti
sincere
dell'Armenia,
gratitude for your
e per
kind
avermi
welcome
offerto la
on behalf of the
possibilità,
government and the people
grazie
of
al
Armenia,
suo cortese invito, di contraccambiare la visita da lei
and for your
compiuta
sincere
l'anno
invitation,
scorso in Vaticano,
which came as an
quando
opportunity
presenziò
to
alla
reciprocate
solenne
your last year's
celebrazione
visit
della
to the
Basilica di
Vatican,
San Pietro, insieme a loro santità Carechim II,
when we participated in the
Patriarca
ceremony
Supremo
together
e Cattolicos
with
di
Catholicos
tutti gli armeni,
of
e
the
Aram
Armenian
I,
Apostolic Church,
Cattolicos della Grande Casa del Cilizia, e sua beatitudine
His Holiness
nel
Garagin
Sestegros
II,
XIX,
the Catholicos of the Great
Patriarca
House
di Cilicia
of
degli
Kilikia,
Armeni,
Autumn I,
recentemente scomparso.
and the blessed memory of the Catholic
In
Patriarch
quella
of Kilikia,
occasione si è
Nersis
fatta
Petros
memoria
XIX.
del centenario del Metz Gegrem, il grande male, che colpì il vostro popolo e causò la
The occasion
morte
dedicated to the
di
commemoration
un'enorme
of the Armenian
moltitudine di
Genocide
persone.
Centennial, which was a great blow for your people
Quella
and brought
tragedia,
innumerable victims.
quel genocidio,
Unfortunately, this tragedy
inaugurò
was the first
purtroppo il triste
among the
elenco
inhumane
delle
catastrophes
immani catastrofi
of the last
del
century, which
secolo-
took
del
place
secolo
in
scorso,
blinding racist, ideological,
rese possibili
and religious
da
pretexts,
aberranti motivazioni
which darkened the
razziali,
consciousness of murderers,
ideologiche
intending to
e
destroy
religiose,
even whole
che
nations.
ottenebrano la mente dei carnefici fino al punto di prefiggere l'intento di annientare interi popoli. È tanto triste sia in questo come negli altri due le grandi potenze internazionali guardavano da un'altra parte. Rendo onore al popolo armeno che, illuminato dalla luce del Vangelo, anche nei momenti più tragici della sua storia,
I want
ha sempre
to express
trovato
my
nella
respect
croce
to the Armenian
e
nation,
nella resurrezione di
which,
Cristo, la
illuminated
forza per
by the light of the
risollevarsi
gospel,
e riprendere il cammino
even
con
in the most
dignità.
tragic periods of its history,
Questo rivela
found
quanto
strength
profonde siano le
in the
radici
resuscitating
della fede
power
cristiana
of the
e
cross
quale
and
infinito
resurrection.
tesoro di consolazione e di speranza essa racchiude. Avendo davanti ai nostri occhi gli esiti nefasti a cui condusse
To rise up
nel
again
secolo
and
scorso
continue their way
l'odio,
with dignity.
il pregiudizio e lo sfrenato desiderio di dominio,
This
auspico
proves how
vivamente
deep the
che
roots of the Christian
l'umanità
faith are,
sappia
how
trarre
much
da
inexhaustible
quelle
treasure of
tragiche
comfort and
esperienze
hope they conceal within themselves,
l'insegnamento ad agire con responsabilità
keeping in
e
sight
saggezza
the disastrous consequences of
per
hatred,
prevenire i pericoli
intolerance,
di
and
ricadere
unbridled lust for
in
power
tali
during the
errori.
last century. I
Si
wish, with all my
moltiplichino
heart,
perciò da parte
that
di
humanity
tutti gli
would take a
sforzi
lesson from this tragic
affinché nelle
experience
controversie
and act
internazionali
responsibly and
prevalgano
wisely
sempre
in
il
order to
dialogo,
prevent the risk of such
la
horrors.
costante e genuina ricerca
Thus,
della
we
pace,
should increase
la
all our efforts
collaborazione
to reach
tra
a
gli
dialogue
Stati
in
e
international
l'assiduo
debates
impegno
genuinely strive for achieving peace, a dialogue between states, as well as everlasting efforts by the international organizations to create an atmosphere of trust in order to reach sustainable
La
agreements.
Chiesa Cattolica desidera collaborare attivamente con tutti coloro che hanno a cuore le sorti della civiltà e il rispetto
The
dei
Catholic
diritti
Church
della persona
wants to
umana,
cooperate actively with all those who take to heart the fate of civilizations
smascherando quanti
and
ne
respect to
deturpano
human
il
rights,
significato e la bellezza.
for the sake of
A questo
provision of
proposito,
primacy
è di
of
vitale
spiritual
importanza
values,
che tutti coloro che dichiarano la loro
the exposure
fede in
of
Dio
all those who
uniscano
distort their
le
meaning
loro forze
and grandeur.
per isolare chiunque si serva della religione per portare avanti progetti di guerra, di sopraffazione e di persecuzione violenta, strumentalizzando e manipolando
In this sense,
il santo
it is of
nome
utmost
di Dio.
importance that those who declare their faith in God
In
to combine their
particolare
efforts
cristiani,
and isolate all
come
those who
forse
use
più
religion
che al tempo
for
dei
advancing their
primi
militaristic purposes
sono in
and
alcuni
violent
luoghi
persecution,
discriminati
abusing the
e
holy name of the
perseguitati
Lord as their
per
instrument.
il solo fatto di professare la loro fede. Mentre troppi conflitti in varie aree del mondo non trovano ancora soluzioni positive.
Today, perhaps more than during the times of the first martyrs, Christians in particular become victims of discrimination in some places and are persecuted solely because of their faith. While many conflicts in different parts of the world have not yet achieved a positive solution, causing grief, destruction, and violent outcomes for people. Therefore, those who are responsible for the fate of nations must boldly and without delay take the necessary steps to stop tortures, give priority to the strive for peace, protection, and adoption of the abused and persecuted, promote justice and sustainable development. The Armenian nation has experienced this and is familiar with pain, suffering, and persecution.
Conosce la persecuzione, conserva nella sua memoria non solo le ferite del passato, ma anche
They
lo
remember
spirito
not only the
che gli ha
wounds of the
permesso
past,
ogni volta di
but also the spirit,
ricominciare
which
di nuovo.
every time allowed them to start
In tal
from a new
senso,
page.
Io incoraggio a non far mancare il suo prezioso
And for
contributo
that reason,
alla
I encourage them
comunità
to
internazionale.
continue and never cease to bring valuable
Quest'anno
contribution to the
ricorre
international
il
community.
25° anniversario dell'indipendenza dell'Armenia. È una felice circostanza
This year
per
marks
cui
the 25th
rallegrarsi
anniversary
e
of
l'occasione
the
per
independence
fare
of
memoria
Armenia,
dei traguardi
a happy
raggiunti
occasion to
e per
rejoice
proporsi
and to
nuove
review
mete
the
a cui
achievements
tendere.
and to set new
I
plans.
festeggiamenti per questa lieta ricorrenza saranno tanto più significativi se
Celebrations
diventeranno per
on this
tutti gli
joyous
armeni
anniversary
in
will gain
patria e
even
nella
more
diaspora
importance
uno
if it can
speciale
become an
momento
hour of
nel
union
quale
for all
raccogliere
Armenians,
e coordinare le energie
whether at the native
allo
land
scopo
or
di
in the
favorire
diaspora,
uno sviluppo
and a concentration of
civile
efforts
e sociale
to
del
ensure
Paese.
a uniform
Equo
and
ed
comprehensive
inclusivo.
civil and social
Si
development.
tratta di verificare costantemente che non si venga mai meno agli imperativi morali di uguale giustizia per tutti e di solidarietà con i deboli e i meno fortunati.
There is need
La
for
storia del
constant
vostro
vigilance,
Paese
not
va
to
di
fail
pari
in the
passo
moral
con la sua
imperative
identità
of equal
cristiana,
justice for all
custodita
and
nel
relief
corso dei
for the
secoli.
weak and miserable.
Tale identità cristiana, lungi dal
The history
ostacolare
of your
la
country
sana
is
laicità
associated
dello
with the
Stato,
Christian identity,
piuttosto la richiede e la
which was
alimenta,
saved in the course of
favorendo la
centuries.
partecipe cittadinanza di tutti i membri della società
This identity is far from a hindering sound secular essence of the state. Moreover, it seeks and nurtures it, encouraging the involvement of all citizens, freedom of religion, and respect for minorities. The unity of all Armenians and all the growing commitment to a fruitful search for ways to overcome tensions with certain neighboring countries considerably facilitate the achievement of these important goals, starting a century of the true revival of Armenia. The Catholic Church, in its turn, being present in the country of a small congregation, is pleased to contribute to the development of the society, in particular for the sake of the weakest and most disadvantaged, in such fields as health and especially education, to charity, the proofs of which is the hospital of the Holy Mother Narak, which has been operating for 25 years in Ashotsk.
Dio benedica e protegga l'Armenia.
The activities of the Educational Center in Yerevan and the initiatives and activities of the Monastery of Our Holy Mother Armenia in Gyumri. May God bless and keep Armenia in faith, in the courage of its martyrs, in hope. May this land, firmly strengthened by pain, be illuminated by light.